speed, entertainment, transport. That and more is coming to your screen right now from the makers of Mini Metro. I kind of messed up that joke, but it's fine. Welcome back to Sampstra Games, the place to find new strategy games, and today we're gonna play Mini Motorways. Like I said, it's from the makers of Mini Metro, and it's a really, really, really good game. It's very kind of simple, but it's really exciting. So let's just go. I'm gonna explain to you as we play because it's a great game. We're gonna be playing. Sure, I guess we could do Los Angeles. Yeah, why not? Let's go. Alright, so here we have our workplace and here we have our house. Now on the bottom you can see our tiles, so I'm actually going to connect it to the workplace. Now you can change the orientation of the houses, so you can make it move this way, which is actually pretty good for us. And we're going to connect this second house there as well. Now this pin is essentially saying that someone wants to go to the workplace. Now the car starts, you can see second pin, second car started, and it's going to move there. Once it gets here, the pin disappears. If there are too many pins, as in the car haven't gotten here yet, they will start a timer, and if the timer goes to the end, then it's game over. So your job is to try to make sure that the transport works very well. Up here you've got time, it's currently Wednesday. Once you get to the end of the week, so essentially on the end of Sunday or start of Monday, you get new tiles here and also new options. For example, here we have a bridge, which we're gonna need for the river. I might say you're not gonna need a bridge because you're not gonna cross over this river ever, because it's right at the edge of the screen. So you can see here we even have our board on which you can play, and it's actually outside of that board, right? Well, actually no, because as you're gonna notice, we're very slowly zooming out the whole time, and this board is going to grow bigger. So notice now that we're 1 square away from the river. As we're gonna be playing, we're actually going to be, the river is going to be inside the board, as you'll see, unless we die like super early, which we're not gonna. Okay, so now we have a new color and a new new house. So I'm actually going to create it like this. And later on, this is a good place to place roundabout or traffic lights. I prefer roundabouts, so we're gonna go with those. But yeah, I'm thinking if I want to create like a lot. Actually, let's do it a bit more intelligently. Let's just do it like this, and then this house is going to turn upwards. And you can see that because this is like intersections, they're obviously slowing down here, which is kind of what's make them go slow. Now if you can create a roundabout, they're going to be a little bit faster, which is important. The placement of these workplaces is kind of weird, but this double road is a little strange. You might say you should just connect the house straight away. Actually, what I could do, I could do it like this. Place that upwards and maybe this higher as well. It's a good idea to have a lot of space towards like roundabout or intersection from everywhere. In case there's a line, you need to have space where they can be. So what I'm gonna do now, I'm gonna pause, I'm gonna remove this, and I'm going to place a roundabout here. This is a beautiful roundabout, love it. And you can already see, by the way, the river is now part of the grid, very early. And now they're just going to move onto the roundabout. Now, actually not yet. The cars, they have their set path, and it kind of updates every once in a while, but if it's not ready, it just go through the old path. But you can see the cars are now moving much faster through this roundabout. Alright, new workplace. This is actually pretty good. I think I'm just going to continue this path like so. I could potentially connect this to the roundabout from the bottom, but I don't know if you want to have like too many connections to a single roundabout. Don't feel too good. I think we're okay here. This is like, normally this is not the greatest because you have intersection right next to the roundabout. So if this were filled, there would be a line. It would be kind of slowing everybody down. But I just really don't know if having like 5 entrances to the roundabout feel like a lot. Yeah, that feels like a lot. Do we want to try it? I kind of want to try it. It's not going to look as pretty though. This is like a very pretty roundabout. It's going to have... Let's give it a shot. It's going to look a little ugly now. But, could I make it like prettier? I could. Good. Okay, this is... I mean, we'll see. We'll see. Yeah, I guess it's okay. I guess 5 is good. I had a problem in my test game because I put like 6 or something in a roundabout. That was too much. The roundabout was very confused. It was tough. Now notice that there are only 2 parking spots here, so you can only have 2 cars here at a time, so that's something to keep in mind. So what can also happen is that you might have a line before the workplace, but that's not typically a problem unless like there's an intersection right here, because then you're slowing down other cars. Sorry, not cards. Playing too many deck builders. Let's go like so. Yeah, I think that's fine. So at this point, what you might want to potentially think about is whether we want to create a little bit of a different connection, because right now the red and the yellow cars are always going to be mixing. If I, for example, were to create this path on the bottom, I'm going to take another roundabout. I have 1 bridge. We could have a red connecting from a single thing and a yellow from another one. But it would take a long time. Like, for example, if I were to create this, I could then take this away and make it so that the reds have like 1 path for cars and the yellow is another one. That tends to be pretty useful. We'll try it like this. Okay, and this is great because the blue can easily connect up to this one. So that's actually really, really good. At this point, we might want to connect the red straight away. And okay, so we're just going to create a path for the houses like so. I'm also thinking whether we want to have another roundabout here. I don't even know if we can fit one there. Because this intersection right next to the entrance is not completely ideal. Let me see if I can even fit one in there. Also, having 2 roundabouts right next to each other is not completely the best idea in the whole wide world, but I can fit it in here. Yeah. Okay, well that answered our question. I'm actually going to connect it a little bit like this. It's always important to have this space. It doesn't seem important now, but it's gonna be important later. Just make sure there's always a little bit of space. Yeah, this is everything is a little too close. I can't fit more roundabouts, which makes me a little sad. Traffic lights are maybe, but we'll see. We'll see. Also, I had like 2 roundabouts right next to each other once, and that was also not great, so yeah. Well, lots of things to think about, but I love transport games. It's just so good. We can also speed it up. Like right now at the beginning, we could easily do that, but later on we might need to play on like normal speed. But for now... Okay, so this... first... Okay, whoa, pause. Let's first create a connection like this. And then this house will... I guess I'm just also going to create a connection. Whether we want a roundabout, we probably do. At some point, not right now. I don't want to create too many intersections on this line because that's going to slow the light blue cars a lot. What this means is that there's going to be a higher demand for these, in this area for the yellow cars. So they're just going to ask for more, which is not too much of a problem. Roundabout here could work, but again, it's very close to this workplace. Now we're going to take some bridges because I might want to create like a straight up connection somewhere over the river. And you can see that the grid is now much, much bigger. I should have taken the second roundabout. Roundabout here where it feels like a good idea. We're also going to get motorways later, which are really, really fun. But this is great. The fact that the light blue is so sort of away from everybody else is really good because it's not going to bother our traffic. So we're pretty happy. The yellow is kind of irritating at the way they move through, or... I could even have it like them like a separate path. Okay, that's actually might be a good idea. If I were to create like a separate path like so for all the yellow guys. I'm using up a lot of tiles. We might later on need to change that to use less tiles. And then here we could have like a roundabout right next to this river. Like right now we don't need that. Okay, now we're gonna need it. So the roundabout where we want it. I guess I'll just place it. There is good. Actually, what we could even do, and I'm gonna try it, just gonna create a path like this. No, this is not going to be... Okay, if I were to create this, is that a good idea? No, I moved it in the wrong way. I shouldn't have done that. I should just keep the roundabout closer to this. It's gonna be a little too close. Yeah, this is not gonna work. Okay, let's just change it. I'm just gonna remove all of this and just do it properly. So we'll place the... Why can I place the roundabout now? Oh, is it not gonna give me back a roundabout if I remove it? It's gotta, right? Oh, I lost the roundabout? Seriously? I didn't realize that's how it's gonna work. Okay, now it's back. Okay. So now I'm just going to place the roundabout like a step lower. Like I'm gonna have it here. And then I'm gonna create a path like this. And this is going to go down and this way. And like so. And this is going to make sure we have a little bit more space for the blue ones up there. But also, like, I could just make it straight, but I don't want to go over the river. Okay, motorway. Motorways are really cool. And actually, they're really good for us here. So what we could do is I'm going to place a motorway from here. Yeah. To here. I think. Okay, like that. And this is going to allow all these red guys to move through the motorway, which means that they don't actually have to go through this roundabout. They can just go straight down towards this area if they need to. Yeah, I think that works pretty well. Alternatively, I could have created a motorway for the yellow guys, but the yellow guys could theoretically use this one as well. No, they're going straight. It's faster straight. The motorway isn't being used very often, so... Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we'll use the motorways differently. But this is a really quick way to move from one part of the map to another part, which I think is really cool. Yeah, somebody's using it now. I wonder if I should place it in a way that it would help the yellow guys as well. But then I'd have to create a connection here, which I don't know if I want. Or I could place the motorway kind of here in the middle. And have like a path like this. So like if you go in here, you can jump to the motorway. And then the yellow could jump up here there. I don't know how helpful that's going to be. I guess we'll keep it like this, but... Okay. We're gonna take away this motorway because we don't need it here. And instead, we're going to create a motorway for these guys. Actually, we could just create a straight path. We probably don't even need a motorway. Okay. You just connect there. This might be a good place for a motorway, because then we could create a second roundabout maybe here, or even down here. So that if anybody from, like, yeah, like the red, they could jump towards the red. To like motorway. Let's get another, maybe let's give that a shot. Like this wouldn't be a regular path, it would be just a straight up motorway. Or both. I'm trying to decide how smart is that going to be. Because the thing is, if I do it like the way I just said, there's going to be a lot of cars moving through this roundabout down here towards this motorway. I don't... maybe we'll just keep the motorway we had. No, that kind of feels like the best idea maybe right now. This was way too many tiles for this, but... I'm running out of tiles. I gotta get to Sunday quickly. Yeah, they're not getting here that quickly. But it doesn't seem like the red cars from here are actually driving this way. It seems like all of them seem to be from this area. That's why I feel like the motorways is not that necessary, because if they're all coming from here regardless, what would be the point of creating a motorway like that? Yeah, you can see they're all coming from here. That's pretty fine. Okay, green to green. Yeah, I feel like there's gonna be a motorway from here to here. Some way of doing that. And I have 5 tiles. It's Friday. Come on, I need more tiles. Could possibly create it like this. Is it gonna give me a tile? Yeah, give me 1 tile. Let's see if that was helpful. And then we could also do this. Now we have 8 tiles. Guess it to speed it up. Gonna take more roundabouts. Because I feel that motorway incoming. I just don't know where. I think it's gonna be from here to here. I'm feeling like we're gonna get something like red here. Or yellow would probably be... no. You don't wanna go. Okay. This is not great. There's like a lot of separate tiles that we gotta give to everybody. Do it like this. Okay. Alright. I can simply connect this blue like that. I'm not gonna create a motorway for a single blue guy. That's not good. I'm just waiting for something green to pop up there, something crazy. And then we're gonna be like, yeah, we need the motorway for this. Traffic lights, I'm gonna show them to you, but they don't feel that great. I just feel like they slow down the traffic quite often. A lot. Where would be a good place for a traffic light? A little bit of a, so you can see I have a little bit of a line towards the roundabout and nothing too crazy just yet. Like this would be a good place for a traffic light if there was someone else driving here than just blue. So I don't feel like it's necessary now, but sometimes it can be. Maybe this is a good place for a traffic light. I'm just gonna show it to you. You're gonna see how the light works, but it's not always a good idea. Yeah, you can see that they might end up waiting there when they don't need to, so... I'm just gonna remove it, but I did want to show it to you how it works. Come on, give me some good reason to place a motorway somewhere. Game. I'm feeling okay with this. And another important thing is that it seems like it's calling these cars from like close-ish houses. So if you build a motorway, it means that it's gonna start calling the houses from here, which I guess is good in the sense that if these houses, there weren't enough houses this close, then otherwise it would take forever for this car to get here. But if you have a motorway, it's quick. But also it means that it might start calling the cars from somewhere that you don't actually want. So because, like, for example, if the motorway ended before the roundabout, you now have huge traffic for the roundabout, but if I keep it separate, it's not going to happen. Now, this is a bit of a problem. You can see that a lot of cars are kind of waiting here. I'm not really sure why, because we just have, like, a special path just for them. Yeah, but you can see that this is being delayed a lot. So I'm actually going to create a motorway from here to... there, and create a path just for these, yeah, like this. And this should help, because now when it calls cars, these cars should be there much faster. I'm trying to move it so that I can see all the proper intersections. Maybe if I turn this car down, that would also be helpful. Yeah, just so I can like get there fast. I feel maybe this one should also just be like moving this way. Yeah, now it's better. Okay, and you, why are you having trouble? I feel like the yellow is just moving through without too many problems. Yeah, this is okay. Okay, so this is a double line. Wait, I need a path upwards. And this is definitely going to be a place for a motorway. Now, what this means is that there's going to be a new car showing up here, and they could also come from the other way if you want to connect them. But I think I'm just okay with one way, and I'm gonna place a motorway from here to... I'm even thinking maybe like this far, so that they don't even need to go on the roundabout. Because this way we can just like keep them separate from the roundabout. Just move it like that. Which would be useful, so they're not gonna clog this place. And the yellow can just go immediately. So this is kind of like, by the way, but this is the problem I was talking about. These houses are just empty. So, actually I could just place this higher. Oh, what is this? This is, okay, I need, this needs to go up. And this needs to connect there. Ooh, okay. We're gonna keep it like this. Okay, we're gonna pause. This is what I was saying. These houses are empty. So essentially what you need to make sure of is that when this is calling, it's now going to start calling, for example, here, I think. Because there are no cars from here, it's going to wait till they're ready. So that's why the roundabout the motorway is important, so we can take these guys over there. Now, we also got a red. So we have a bunch of red here that can use essentially the same. I'm actually going to let them go. I don't know if this is a good decision. No, we're gonna let them go to the roundabout to get there, to get to the motorway, I think. No, let's try to give them a separate path. We'll see. Maybe, you know what, maybe we'll place the motorway a little bit higher and have it so that they can just connect up like this. And then, or it could be a roundabout special on the motorway. But we'll see. And then we also have blue. And light blue needs a path from here. So I'm actually going to give the light blue... They could just move up here. Do we want to give them a special motorway? They're going to go through the roundabout. I don't think we need a special motorway. I'm just going to place something like this. And maybe create a roundabout here. And be like... Wait. No. All these red houses. Oh, we don't have path for them. I can make them... Oh, I could make them go like this. Only have 4 tiles though. It's not gonna work. Well, actually, if I place a roundabout... there... Need to remove a path somewhere. Where can I remove a path? Oh yeah, like this. And then like that. Okay. So the blue guys can now go through here. We're not gonna give them a motorway, we're just gonna say go straight through. I'm gonna take the bridge just because I need those tiles, not necessarily because I want a bridge. So yeah, we can see that the blue and the red is now moving from the top, which should be useful. We'll let it go this way. Yeah, and we're gonna need a roundabout here, I think. So we're gonna connect the yellow up there. Like this, okay. Yeah, the motorway could go into a roundabout. That might be more useful than what we have right now. Or just a roundabout kind of down here. But, yeah. Yeah, this blue is getting problematic. Even though I have motorway right there, like I don't know what you want from me. Okay, green now needs to go... Do we connect it this way? Yeah, because we needed to go towards the roundabout. So we're gonna have to connect it like so. And now what's going to happen... Can this go even higher? I can't really see over there, so we're gonna have to place it like this. Yeah, see, this intersection here is a problem because it's slowing down that roundabout. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to create the intersection like here. Just so they have a line where they can kind of stand instead of like immediately bother it there. Yeah, and a lot of cars are moving on the motorway and... And there's like so much green here. Let's connect it up that way and this way. Okay. Yeah, so green, blue, yeah, a lot of people are using this roundabout. I could try the traffic lights here. Not sure how helpful it's going to be. There's like another intersection right there. Yeah, actually this might be a good place for the traffic lights. I feel like that's useful. Yeah, it does help immensely there. Yellow down here. So these yellows can go straight there. There's no good path from the yellow from here. It's just going to be difficult to... I guess these yellow have to move down there. Yeah, you can see them moving. But I could connect it up here, but there's no point because as you can see, this is all the yellow here is already too fulfilled. So we need to connect it up to up here. But that's also not really a good option for us right now. Yeah, these traffic lights are really slowing people down. I'm gonna need a roundabout here. I think. I'm gonna need this house to turn like differently, I think. Roundabout. I guess there. Just gonna make this house go around a bit ridiculously, but again, just to make sure that there's not like an immediate intersection afterwards. Okay, what is the problem here with this? By the way, you don't always have to connect like the houses. It's always more important to connect the workplaces than the houses, because you can just take it from another house if there is a house of that color. You have these two houses here, and then you have like 3 houses all over the place, and they're all used up. Kind of feel like maybe a connection down here would be helpful. I'm gonna try this. Just because then these 2 cars could just go to the left, because otherwise they have to drive so much around, it's kind of crazy. And it might also help with some of the yellow. Yeah, but we can see that essentially all the yellow, we can see that almost no one, well, actually here too, is actually at home with the cars. Almost all of the cars are like immediately driving somewhere, trying to make sure that we can get there. Yeah, this roundabout is getting very filled up. Let's just connect it like that. I mean, you could try to place a traffic light here, but it's gonna be pointless because the problem isn't that they're waiting there. The problem is that it's just too filled up. I don't think I can do much of anything about it. I could try to connect the motorway straight up to the roundabout, but then even more yellow is going to fill up this roundabout, which would be even worse. Yeah, we were having trouble here. You could see the timer, but we did manage to make it work in the end. I don't really know if... Okay, but we've got a huge score. That's a really, really good score. Yeah, I don't know if there's much, like... Oh, we're in trouble. We're so in trouble. I like everywhere. This roundabout, but like, what do you want me to do? I guess I could... I'm not really sure what to do. This roundabout is pretty free now. Yeah, the problem is we have too many yellows. Well, what if I create like immediate separation this way? So that the yellows that go to the right would bypass the roundabout? Yeah, like this car. That might be helpful. What's the problem with these blues? Like, the blues have a special motorway just for them. I feel like that shouldn't cause problems. Oh yeah, because they're stuck here, that's the problem. Yeah. See, this is why it's important not to have the roundabouts too close. A to each other and A to this path, but... Wow, this is crazy here. Yeah, all these yellows. They're just filling this up. Now, we've got almost 1,400, we're surviving. I'm just gonna speed it up because we're gonna run out of time anyway. Like out of recording time, I mean here, but yeah, this is over. We got super far. 1,420, 82 days. I'm very proud of that. Alright, so I hope you enjoyed this. If you did, write down in the comments, and you can click on the right to watch some other games that we play on this channel. I'll see you there. Bye bye.